and welcome to Wrestling in Mom's Basement. This is going to be the Monday Night War Retro Review for July 8th, 1996. I, of course, am Patrick Young. This gentleman to my right is my co-host, Joe Venuto.
Roll July 856 from the Brown County Expo Center in Greenway, Wisconsin. The show begins with Gorilla soon informing viewers that Ultimate Warriors are definitely suspended for failing to appear on several WWE events. The suspension will be lifted when Warrior pays an appearance bond, but he is here tonight since it's not live. Though not going forward. The Ultimate Warriors reveal Owen Hart with Jim Cornette via disqualification at 8:48. In the early stages, we get a split screen to hear from Shawn Michaels and Ahmed Johnson. The WWF Intercontinental Champion said they haven't replaced him for All-Con pay-per-view since we're suspended, and he'll be here later tonight. This Mr. Partner out Warrior. Warrior kicks out his ass and no-sells pretty much every Owen does. Owen just sees double splash foul and takes over. Cornette dying a few cheap shots as well. The Warrior blocks. The sharpshooter starting to come back. The British Bulldog joins ringside to watch Warrior gyrate and do his stuff. They hit the big shoulder block. Bulldog enters and goes after Warrior, but Warrior sidesteps, sends him into the corner, and they still call it DQ.
Yeah, it's pretty much like any other Warrior match that you've kind of already seen.
Yeah, paint by numbers Warrior match. The best match on the show, though. No, wait, no.
Yeah,
I forgot.
I thought one match was
I forgot about that one. I thought there was only two matches, my fault. Vader joins in. The beatdown of Warrior still fights him all following the throw one, but Spanish gets the better of Warrior. He takes a run power slam, shot from the face of the Vader bomb, referees help Warrior out of the ring, and nailed the WWF.
Man, that was actually beneficial.
Yeah.
to do it in a week that he already was going to get his ass kicked anyway.
Yeah, no, the perfect timing.
I know.
Saya Vega defeated Justin Bradshaw with Uncle Zebekiah in 12:33. During Saya's entrance, Brian Pillman tried to attack him with a crush, but gets stopped by J.J. Dillon. These two had a match a month ago. And then VDQ and Savio attacked Bradshaw with a strap. Why is this a Caribbean strap match then? Savio starts hot, but Bradshaw turns around with a sleeper hold. Bradshaw's teeth segment was extensive and rather dull. Lawler throws out potential partners for HBK Ahmed, including who? Jim Neidhart and Mace. Who? And Jose Lothario. Mr. Perfect calls in when they hush him so they can get a commercial. When they return, they say they lost the connection with him. Hell, this is a pre-recorded show. Why would you do that?
Because they wanted to make it seem live.
The match drags on until Savio wins with the spin heel kick.
Yeah, this match sucked.
The boring match, I went for far too long. Savio beat Austin and went absolutely nowhere. It can be Austin.
Yeah. More
words from Ahmed and Shawn, if you could string them together.
You can hear Shawn perfectly. Ahmed, not so much.
They're still waiting for reporters, so Vince takes them out next week. Shawn defends the WWF title against Billy Gunn.
Can be okay.
And Ahmed puts the Intercontinental on the line against Bart. All of the champions. So Guns, I believe, are tag champions.
Yeah.
And they basically set the rest of the way. Live events, clips from recent live events, and some of the fun they had beforehand outside arena. It was highlighted by Rory Bouncy Sunday. British Bulldog and Vader where Jim Cornette defeated Godwinns for Billy Jim in 13:37. Jim Cornette joins the commentary booth. I did love the fact that when he got mad when he shook Vince's hand, after I realized Vince shook the Godwinns' hands. Vader looked way too weak in this match, though. The Godwinns both worked him over at a different point until he closed on Herring down. Bulldog wears down Herring with a long chin lock. Since this match goes on for too long, Vince says that a special Undertaker video they promised may have to wait until next week.
Did they even promise an Undertaker video? Alright.
Vader hits a Vader.
I don't remember that one.
Vader hits a Vader bomb onto Henry's back, but only gets two. Seriously. Henry got one of all people's going to get that one. Henry impresses by carrying Vader a few steps before a power slam. Phineas is hot and causes his opponents to collide with each other. Henry splashes Vader in the corner, but Phineas soon falls to the wrong power slam for the win. Match of the night.
Yeah, not anything spectacular, but far and away the match of the night.
Way too long, and the Godwinns got him far too much. But
especially against Vader.
Why did he look this strong? I don't know, but yeah, match of the night. Jim Cornette's in the back, and it says that he knows Shawn and Ahmed are bluff on a new partner. He knows everybody's superstars already booked for that night, and they must have a small roster because he's in their house. We just
I know they're not WCW now, but come on. Their roster could definitely fill a 2-hour show.
We did a split screen show with Sean Ahmed. He introduces the replacement partners returning second Sid. Sid does his awesome whisper yell promo. Because we have no idea what he said either. Between him and Ahmed. So we'll just say he has that awesome whisper / yelling promo he does. Mm-hmm. And Sean will come to regret this decision, by the way.
Yeah, he would.
And that was the match show. Match at the Beach 1996 results. Rey Mysterio defeats Psychosis in the match that night, I believe it was. Right?
Yeah.
And actual match, John Tenta defeated Big Bubba and Carson C. Silver Dollar match, and match that sucked.
Yeah. Highly sucked.
DDP defeated Jim Duggan in a Take Fist match, that was bad.
Sucked.
The Nasty Boys defeated Paul Gami in a double door collar match, which I think was alright.
Yeah.
Demon Lincoln defeat Disco Inferno, retained the Disco Cruiserweight Championship in a match I think so was good.
Better than I thought it was going to be.
Steven Michael...
Not anything spectacular, but better.
Steven Michael defeated Joe Gomez in a match that sucked, you said right?
Yep.
Ric Flair defeated Conan when he United States title. Okay, right?
Yeah.
The Johnny Kevin Sullivan defeated Arn Anderson and Chris Benoit. So that wasn't...
I think I said this one's okay.
Oh, and Kevin Nash got Hulk Hogan, Felix Luger, and Sarge Singh, and Lisa was a good match, but was LV, obviously.
Yeah.
Nitro Disney MGM Studios in Orlando, Florida. So we're one night removed from one of the most shocking moments in wrestling history. Hulk Hogan returned, Tony Allen, Joy Forbes got Hulk Hogan match for them, yeah. Tonight show takes place outdoors, which is a really cool look.
Yeah.
Tony Chevalier Larry's Jessica promised to show photos of what Hogan did in this account. Tony that recaps the win.
Oh, wait till you see the placement of it.
Tony recaps the wins by Malenko and Mysterio last night, leading to our open contest. WWE Cruiserweight Championship, Rey Mysterio Jr. defeated Dean Malenko and 947 for title. These two killed it at the Great American Bash last month. Rey was quick to send Dean outside for a power. Malenko tries to ground Rey, but he speeds too much. Rey scores on a springboard dropkick for 2 before an awkward spot where Rey just lands on his head. That still doesn't stop him as he moves like a water for Rey to tilt backbreaker. Dean wears down and hands over the break. Return, Dean hits a big flapjack and a sweet tiger driver for 2. Back to the mat where Malenko keeps Rey grounded. Then they go outside where Malenko hits a goddamn brainbuster on the outside. Rey finally gets straight, just moves so quickly around the ring. He hits a round that sends Dean outside, completely misses an outside moonsault that hits the ground hard.
Yeah. Wasn't that the part where Rey just lays there for like a minute or two?
Like, he mostly missed the mat, too, so it was like a lot of cement.
Yeah.
Back inside, Rey gets more near falls on Rana and moonsault. Dean comes back with the sickest looking top rope gutbuster I've ever seen. He makes the mistake of pull up around 2 pin attempts. Ray snaps off a sweet Rana from Al Nowhere to win the title in my match of the week. And one of the best matches in my truck history, or possibly the best.
I was about to say that too.
Yeah.
I think I kind of liked Ric Flair and Eddie just a little bit more.
Right.
I think if you add another couple minutes to it, that I would hands down give it to that.
Right.
Just so they can do a little bit more. But still fucking awesome.
Yeah, awesome choice for opener. There were a few slip-ups that kept it from being really great, but the crowd was way into it. Both guys worked hard, and the moment where winning the title was top-notch. Like I said, possibly the best match in Nitro history to this point.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of others that come after this, too. So, backstage BG interviews the Steiner brothers of the Nasty Boys, the team's bicker since they beat up later phone was shut this day. Titles on line vignette. Blood runs cold, maybe Glacier will debut one day.
It says coming in July. I don't think he comes in July.
No.
I would say it's like September or something. Something in the fall, I think.
Yeah. The Blue Bloods with Earl Robert E. and Jeeves defeat Big Bubba and Hugh Morris. With Jimmy Hart in 3 minutes and 1 second. I was confused because both teams are heels, I think. Apparently, they have some issues on WWE Pro. I wonder that ever makes it to the WWE Network.
I would actually be happy if they put up Pro.
Yeah, I know.
Just so you have a little bit more bang for your buck.
Yeah. The crowd popped for Hugh Morris running over Squire Dave Taylor. Maybe like how he's agile for size. John Tennant shows a right side, rolls in the back with Big Bubba. The Blue Bloods hit Morris with a double back suplex to pick up the win.
Yeah, this was boring and really nothing of note.
So why is this shady Tenta Bubba team continuing? The match was just there.
Because John Tenta is good friends with Hulk Hogan, probably.
Thursday, Saturday night, Public Enemy versus Hard Heat. A 6-man tag involving Horseman, and an 8-man tag involving the Dungeon. Edgar defeats Psychosis at 8:34. It's a Nitro debut of Psychosis. They almost instantly go split screen, so Rey Mysterio can tell us that he's sad that Hulk Hogan turned on WCW. Once we get back to focus on the action, Ace is Psychosis back on the arm drag. Psychosis impressed.
Not only do they interrupt the Cruiserweight title match, but it's a better Cruiserweight putting over Hulk Hogan.
Psychosis.
A better microcosm for WCW when the Monday Night Wars cannot be found.
Psychosis impresses with a corkscrew dive at the top. His arm just went over Psychosis, does good work on it. He focuses these strikes at dropkick and arm only. Psychosis gets 2 on top of sunset flip before going back up. And he meets him with a superplex that count, then scores with the frog splash to get the 1, 2, 3. If it wasn't for the opening match, this would have been match of the week.
Yeah. It would have been match of the week by far.
Right. Still.
Yeah, just solid Cruiserweight action here.
Yeah. Good work here. Start was a little rough since they did a stupid split screen stuff.
Yeah.
Every enter was fast paced, had smart arm work, and A looked like a great Brazilian fighter. BG interviews WCW Champion Giant, Kevin Sullivan, Jim Hart. Jimmy has no comments about the decision made by Hulk Hogan last night. Sullivan's upset that Hogan destroyed Hulkamania himself. When Sullivan's tried to do it for so long, Giant doesn't worry about Hogan, he beat him for the title.
Shouldn't he be happy because his end goal was done?
Right.
He didn't do it directly, but he was able to bring that out of Hulk Hogan.
Yes. Giant doesn't worry about Hogan, he beat him for the title by DQ. And it should be what people are talking about. Number 1 contender smash, the Cyber's defeat the Ace Boys at 6:09. Scott takes a beating to start as the Ace Boys corner him. Scott turns around with a ball fly that sends the Ace Boys the outside to regroup. Rick becomes the legal man, hits the Steiner line. The countdown to hour 2 is on as Knobs takes over Scott by here. They all brawl outside when hour 2 arrives, only a small pyro display this time.
Yeah.
While they go as Sister Sherry and Colonel Parker.
Probably because Disney has one coming on later in the show.
Right.
Naturally.
Only a small pyro display this time. Then while they go at Sister Sherry, Colonel Parker and arguing. Sherry distracts the referee and Parker tries to use his cane. He misses Scott and his sags, which ends it.
Yeah, decent tag match here.
It wasn't bad, but the finish was pretty lame.
Yeah.
The Steiners couldn't just beat the Nasty Boys cleanly.
Yeah, that is a negative for the match, yes.
Gene is in the ring to interview the Nasty Boys. They just yell a ton about what they're going to do next. I kind of sympathize with NWOs need to do things their way. Non-title match. Oh wait, it wasn't a title match, not bad. No, non-title match. Those say Chamber Ric Flair with Deborah, Elizabeth, and Woman defeat Jim Powers in 5:40. Jim Powers on TV in 1996 is weird.
Jim Powers being the number 1 contender to the U.S. title is also weird, too.
It was weird to see him on Raw back in 1993, so imagine him now. He does okay early on, but gets sent outside where Woman reaches his eyes. Powers turns over all Flair bits and the chamber yards are fanning outside. He pleads in the ring, tests Jim with a thumb to the eye. Flair ends up winning with a fair foursome help from Woman.
Yeah, this was a nothing match.
Nothing special here, and it went a bit long considering their positions on the card. Following the turn tonight, Gene interviews the 3 of the Horsemen, no Benoit, and the ladies about Hulk Hogan. R says that the Horsemen never claimed to be role models, but Hogan did, and that makes him scum. Mongo says uninteresting stuff, and Flair tells the Giant that WCW now has a champion who can go all night long. He asks the lady for reformation, which makes me wonder Mongo is just offering up Deborah to Flair.
Yeah. Or he just takes it and then just like, fuck it, it's Ric Flair.
The Crystal Ball defeats Sergeant Craig Pittman with Tay Long in 2:43. Benoit had a chance to face the Giant for the WCW title last night, but they lost. So his reward, Craig Pittman. Pittman actually suplexes Benoit like his name is Kurt Angle in the first few seconds. Benoit stops out and wears him down. Benoit finishes all quickly with a cripple crossface. Pittman doesn't give up, but Long tells the referee to ring the bell. Basically from the top.
Yeah, it was pretty much a short squash match for Benoit.
Yeah, it was a fun squash, but I don't get the thought process behind the finish. Sting defeat Arn Anderson 9:38 in the main event. Eric Bischoff informs us that he's getting word of Scott Hall and Kevin Nash here. This is a strange match to book since Sting's issues with the Horsemen are over. They went for a commercial break. They don't see anyone. There's a spiders up a hoop from them. Argus ease up on Sting Splash for 2. Black Limo's arrive as an arm versus Boston Crab. Sting fights 3 as Kevin Nash's Scott Hall walk out a limo. Security stops up from around the ring. Randy Savage comes out as even Arn and Sting stop fighting. Arn tries to attack from behind, but Sting comes with a scorpion death lock and wins.
Yeah, this was a match that was there. It was pretty much a placeholder to get to the big moment of the Outsiders confronting Sting and whoever runs out for WCW.
Yeah, really basic match between the two. It just felt like they were going through the motions until the Outsiders showed up. Up next, Sting gives a passionate interview about Hogan. He was surprised at his actions. That shows donated all the time Hogan started making movies, barely being around, coming for cameo appearances. He tells that Hogan walking on the dark side and calling Sting Sash and Luger little dogs waiting for a chance to wrestle the great Hulk Hogan. He says it's good that Hogan told his fans to believe in something because they couldn't believe in him. He ends it by telling Hogan to stick it, the same way Hogan told a Kiss last night. Just great work from Sting here. I think that was one of the best promos he ever called.
Yeah.
Randy Savage goes next and says that he can't say what he wants to do to Hulk Hogan on TV, especially at Disney Studios. Michi moves quick.
You just gotta shovel that that product placement in there.
Meiji moves quickly, everyone the Outsiders by their limo at their break. Kevin Nash puts their Hulk Hogan in and says that Hogan will be at Nitro next week.
Okay, I'm gonna say something. That setup was just odd as shit.
Yeah. How they got the... Yeah. Scott Hall says...
No, like how they were just leaning against the limo.
And then Gene.
And Gene was just there.
Yeah.
Should have been like... I don't know, as Gene was walking away from the interview, they grabbed him really quickly and forced him to do the interview.
Especially after what happened
just to make it a little bit more reality.
Yeah.
Because they're invading.
Hall says this portion of Nitro Sport 2 by the Outsiders, and Hogan was confused as the hell out of Gene. The show ends with the promise and much hype footage of Hogan last night and gets still photos, so enjoy.
It is an odd way to end Nitro.
Raw rating at 2.5, Nitro rating at 3.5. And honestly, it shouldn't have been that close.
No, it really shouldn't.
Roll, I would give it a 2.
Raw. Yeah, it sucked. It sucked really bad.
This was hard to differ. We got 3 matches, and none of them were good. Warrior versus Owens at Owen was as basic as it gets.
You're used to saying Owens, huh?
Yeah. Bradshaw and Vega felt like it lasted for an hour. And the main event saw the Godwinns get in way too much offense on guys who were supposed to be fresh to Shawn Michaels. The Sid return was the highlight. And it lasted about 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Nitro, I'll give it an 8.
Yeah, an 8 sounds good.
It was a really good episode of Nitro that had potential to be an all-time great one. The opening match only features a cool title change. What was one of the 2 best matches in Nitro history. Up until this point, I can't remember this anymore, but there's definitely this. So, there's
definitely memorable matches, but we're not sure like great in-ring action.
Yeah, there was also a good Guerrero Psychosis match, and decent bounces, Steiners and Nasties and Arms thing. The show flowed well.
I also like the look of the show too.
I was just gonna say the show flowed well and had a cool setting. The biggest issue for me for not making this all-time great was not having Hogan appear.
Yeah, they're dragging it out a little bit more.
They should have capitalized that on the night before.
Are the next couple Nitros live?
Yeah, they're from the arena. They're from that gym.
I mean, like live, like shot.
I believe
shot, and then
yeah,
it's on your TV.
I believe they're live.
Huh.
Yeah.
I thought they were. I thought they're just like how they're set up. I thought they were going to be taped.
Yeah, I don't get that. I didn't get that though. That's where I lose the points for me. Like a point.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Nitro was a show of the week, and it's leading to everybody wonder: should Nitro be the company? Is WCW the company we should be talking about to this day? Well, we're talking about them in the next video because it's WCW Starrcade 1995.
Yes.
So see you then.
See you then.